Welcome back to the Moonflower Show.
Welcome.
How's it going?
Are you asking me?
I'm asking them.
Well, how's it going, guys?
Yeah, I hope you're well. I hope everything's going swimmingly as we are now in a brand new month of March.
Yeah.
Oh, shoot. New month just dropped.
Worst month of the year, to be honest.
Worst month of the year?
Well, actually, maybe February is. Weren't we talking about this a couple weeks?
Yeah, we did this. I forget what I said, but March is not the best month, but
I think February is actually the worst month.
I like that March means that spring is around the corner.
Yeah.
I like what comes after it, so I'm willing to endure it.
Right. Well, I mean, by this point, winter is nearing its end, and it's overstayed its welcome a little bit, I think.
Yeah. Although, to be honest, here in Pittsburgh, we didn't even get that bad of a winter, I don't think.
It was really weird. It was like on and off cold. Like some days were like really frigid, but then other days, like the next day it would be like sunny and 50.
I actually feel like I'm currently not sick of winter. I'm not.
I just want to be able to do outdoor activities. Like, comfortably.
Yeah, I guess that's fair. Yeah, I guess I feel like, for me personally, I have just not felt like... I've not felt like we've gotten, like, a true winter here.
Yeah. I mean, we did get a couple of good snowstorms.
Yeah, we got some snow, we got, like, you know, some cold snaps, but I guess I'm just used to that stuff lasting longer.
Yeah, true.
Yeah. Anyway, today we are going to be reading some tarot for you, and before we do anything, what I want you to do, and I'm talking to you, Moonflowers, I want you to pick a number between 1 and 3. So 1, 2, or 3. Think about it.
Visualize it
in your brain. Oh my god.
What?
Visualize it in your mind's
eye.
Okay, do you have your number? Are you ready? If you don't have your number, now is the time to think of it. Okay, I'm going to assume you have your number because you're not here to confirm, okay? Now, today we are going to be doing 3 separate tarot readings. And the number that you picked is the number that corresponds with the tarot reading that is going to be for you. Mm-hmm. So we figured it wouldn't make sense to just do one tarot reading because there are so many of you and so many different experiences that are probably going on right now.
Yes.
But we figured we would do 3 and then have you pick a number randomly and leave it up to chance.
Yes.
Whatever the fates decide is the message you're supposed to hear right now.
Exactly. And you can skip around and try to find only your ones, or you could stay along for the whole ride and see what fate has in store for your fellow Moonflowers.
Or maybe you are listening to this with a friend or two and you can all listen together.
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe we should have said that first.
Well, yeah, maybe if there's 3 of you, you can all pick a different one.
Yeah, well, it's too late for that now.
Yeah. Now that you know what it is about, you can't change your number.
Yeah, because it's supposed to be random.
Yeah.
Actually, I will say, at this point, because you haven't heard any of them yet, if you're in a group of 3 and you want to change your number, go ahead.
Okay. Statistically, you should change your number.
Then. Why?
You ever heard of the Monty Hall problem?
No.
What? You've never heard of the Monty Hall problem?
No.
It has very little to do with this, but it's a similar setup. It's okay. This is a little off topic, but do you know? It's like the statistics problem where it's like, or it's about probability.
I'm gonna start shuffling.
Yeah, go for it. I'll explain this while you shuffle. It's about probability. It's like you have door number 1, door number 2, and door number 3. Behind one of the doors is like a large prize, and then behind 2 of the doors is nothing.
Right.
You are given the choice between the 3 doors, and if you guess right, you get the prize. So you pick a door, and then the host reveals to you one of the doors which is not the correct door. So say you picked door number 1, the host would be like, okay, the prize is not behind door number 2. Now you have the option to switch to door number 3 if you'd like,
Oh, yeah.
but you don't have to. But the studies on this problem say that statistically you have a better chance of winning if you switch at that point.
Yeah, actually, in my statistics course that I took over the summer, they used this problem to illustrate a point that I've now forgotten. And, well, actually, I think the point they were trying to illustrate is don't always trust your intuition when it comes to statistics. Yeah, I just didn't know what it was called. I didn't remember what it's called.
Yeah. So,
but
it actually doesn't matter in this case because I haven't revealed to you what one of the readings is going to entail.
No, nor is
I'm just implying that you'll get a better reading if you switch now.
That doesn't make any sense. Also,
I know.
Because we don't even know if one of the readings is going to be good or bad. Maybe they're all going to be bad.
Yeah.
This was a false analogy.
I know, but it sounded similar, right? Because there's 3 of them, and then you had the chance to switch.
There's
it
also
reminded me.
There are 3 things here, and there are also 3 things in the situation that you're describing.
Yeah, and you have you're picking one, and you have the opportunity to switch at a given point.
Okay. It's similar.
Yeah, so you should definitely switch your number from your original one.
We are gonna start the readings now. So now's your last chance to pick a number.
You better switch it.
Don't listen to Colin. Just pick the number that resonates with you. Okay?
Okay. Are you gonna pick one? No, you're not gonna pick one.
Oh, maybe you and I should pick one.
Should I?
Yeah, I picked 2.
I'll do 3.
Okay. Let's see what happens.
All right, Moonflowers. So this is number 1.
Yeah.
Reading number 1 is coming up for those of you who picked the number 1.
Yeah, so we're going to be doing a Celtic Cross spread, which is a 10-card spread. Mm-hmm. I am going to be drawing the cards, which I'm actually starting to do right now. I just do this randomly based on like what I feel like doing. Mm-hmm. I'm doing them face down. Right. I'm drawing them and I'm putting them face down. And then each of these cards in this spread has a specific thing that it's supposed to symbolize. So, for example, the card in the center of the spread is supposed to symbolize the heart of the matter. Mm-hmm. So, actually, I probably should have asked a question before I did this, but I'm just going to ask generally what's going on in my life.
Yeah. Or the lives of our Moonflowers.
Yeah. What is going on in our lives? What is going on in the lives of our Moonflowers? But I also did pick 2, so...
Right.
Yeah.
But this is reading number 1.
Oh, right. Okay, cool. Yeah. Anyway, each card is supposed to symbolize one particular thing. I'm drawing the cards and just putting them face down, and Colin is going to interpret. Mm-hmm. So Colin, who has no experience doing any kind of divination, is going to look at these cards and either use his best judgment or look at the book. And this is a meme tarot deck. So this was a gift actually from my friend Donovan. And it's just really wacky. It's like it's not even like memes. It's just like pictures of people doing kind of funny things, and then it's just labeled like the fool in that classic like white text meme font.
Yeah, it's like early 2000s kind of, or not early 2000s, maybe like 2010s era memes.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a silly tarot deck.
Okay.
For a sort of lighthearted episode.
Yes. Yeah, this is a lighthearted episode. So, does that sound clear to you, Colin? The instructions?
I think I'll have a better grip on the situation once we start.
Great. So, the first card in the Celtic Cross is at the center of the spread. Mm-hmm. And this is supposed to symbolize the heart of the matter. And we have the Ace of Cups.
The Ace of Cups. Now, do you want to explain what this traditionally means?
No.
Okay.
This is you doing it on your own.
So, on the card here that we have, we see somebody holding a plastic cup with what looks like beer in it, aloft at a poolside location. And I think what this means is that given the situation of the past couple of years, with the pandemic, with the world seeming to be going a little crazy, I think that perhaps all the times, whether it be all the time spent indoors or how helpless we might all feel, we may have gotten a little complacent. Mm-hmm. And that is holding us back from making progress in our lives.
Okay. Good first assessment, baby.
Thanks.
That is not at all what the Ace of Cups traditionally
Well, this is
means.
my version.
I love your version. I just want to point out that that's not a traditional reading.
Hey, well...
Okay. For the second... Sorry, were you going to say something?
No.
For the second card, which is supposed to symbolize challenges that you are currently facing with regards to the issue, we have the King of Swords.
And here we have a very enthusiastic gentleman who looks to be carving a piece of meat. Looks as though he works at some sort of delicatessen.
He's smiling.
Challenges
with regards to the issue.
King of Swords. Mm-hmm. So this means that with the fact that we're all getting complacent, it's harder to connect with the people around you. And because, we're all going through a very frustrating time right now, and it's becoming harder and harder to connect with people, harder and harder to collaborate. And, by nature, we are social, and connecting with others is often how we do reach new and exciting places in life. But the King of Swords here, he's got a very long and pointy sword, and you don't really want to get close to him. So, yeah.
Interesting.
These times have made people a little non-friendly.
Non-friendly. Yes. Mm-hmm. I would agree with that.
Yeah.
Okay, moving down to the third card. So this is the foundation of what's going on here, and it's reversed.
Ooh,
it's reversed.
A reversed card.
Yeah, so this is supposed to be, like, the influences that you don't see.
Okay.
Like, unconscious, like, influences.
So, what does it mean that it's reversed?
So that means, usually it means it's kind of like the opposite or like a twisted version of whatever you would like normally think it is.
Okay. So we have the 10 of Pentacles here. That's funny. We see it's sort of a beaded necklace, with the charm being some sort of like Lego Wonder Woman. And so this is the unseen influence. Mm-hmm. And given the iconography of the Wonder Woman Lego statuette, I'm thinking that at the root of this very complacent and perhaps a bit lonely time in your life, there is somebody out there that you are thinking of and perhaps missing a lot. And it's making you pretty sad deep down, and that is preventing you from moving forward.
Wow. Interesting take.
You may not even realize it, though.
Yeah, you might not even know that you missed this person.
Mm-hmm. Am I doing good?
You're doing great, babe.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's what it's all about. It's just about trusting your gut when you're reading. Yeah. The fourth card. Now, this is supposed to be the recent past. It's the High Priestess. I love this picture. It's a little girl with, well, it looks like a little girl with rhinestone sunglasses and a very serene expression, and it looks like she's wearing, it's a very close-up picture, but it looks
very feathery boa.
Yeah, she's got a white feather boa, just looking very glam.
So this is the recent past.
Yes.
Okay. The High Priestess in the recent past. So, during this time, you may during in your recent past, you may have met somebody who has, come along into your life, perhaps a new friend, a significant other, or maybe reconnecting with somebody from your past, who has taken the situation, this very complacent situation, and sort of used this time to like really, live with a sort of reckless abandon, kind of, perhaps they're partying a lot, or neglecting work, and, they're just choosing to live this way because they're feeling like they have so little control over the future, that it's better to just, enjoy what you can, and this is probably having some sort of influence on you.
Interesting. Okay, moving on, we have card 5, which is, this is conscious influence. So what you are, consciously aware of that is affecting the situation. We have the King of Pentacles, which is a toy astronaut on a black background with various stars drawn around him.
And this is what is on their mind.
Yeah.
What's on your mind and you're consciously thinking of that's affecting this, very complacent time in your life. And immediately, this draws to mind dreams, high hopes that you have had for yourself in life, that you may be looking at and may be feeling impossibly out of reach at this time, with the amount of factors that you are unable to influence, and you're feeling perhaps a little hopeless.
Card 6. This is the near future. And we have 2. The Magician.
The Magician.
Yeah.
Pictured, we see a very happy, what looks to be a tourist. She is doing that thing where she is pretending to hold up the Leaning Tower of Pisa. Is looking very proud of herself.
She's wearing this, bright yellow top.
And a very, large, sort of crystalline red pendant. Whether or not she is a magician, I cannot confirm. So, the near future. The Magician. There will be somebody that you meet in the near future that, almost as if by some sort of miracle, will give you an opportunity to turn your situation around.
Oh.
It will come at the perfect time.
Wow. I love that. I'm so excited for the people who picked 1 as one as their number. That's very exciting.
Yep.
Okay, so this is the near future.
Mm-hmm.
That's usually a couple of weeks to a couple of months.
Yeah. Be on the lookout.
Yeah. Yeah, let us know in the comments what happens.
Let us know in the comments who your magician is.
Card 7. This is your fears.
Ooh.
We have reversed the Page of Swords.
The Page of Swords. And,
he's holding a turbo
confetti launcher. This is a man, a very determined looking man, in a flower print shirt, wielding in a very aggressive stance a large confetti launcher. I really have to dig deep for this one, because my immediate thought is, yes, this guy's really terrifying. If I saw somebody wielding a confetti launcher this aggressively, I too would be scared.
Yeah.
But what this says to me is that you believe that it's time for a change in your life. But you don't think that the people around you are going to be very receptive or supportive of this change. Yeah, that's what that means. I've divined it.
Wow. Card 8 is, hang on. I'm looking at a couple different explanations of the spreads here, because I haven't done this spread in a while.
Yeah, how...
Okay, yeah. 8 is how others see you. Ooh, and we have the 10 of Swords in reverse.
We have a glorious looking set of long pointed nails in a glittery pink color. How others see you, you might not realize it, but they actually think that you are really beautiful and actually kind of killing it right now. Despite what you may think about your current situation, there are those out there that are proud of you and that still love you. And yeah.
Wow. How nice.
Yeah.
Very exciting. It's very wonderful for them. Those who have chosen this one as their as their reading. Next up we have number 9. So this is guidance and warning. This is advice that the reading is trying to give you. We have the 4 of Cups again in reverse.
Well, this is not... Oh, again in reverse. Okay. We have a beer bottle in what looks like a sort of cozy, and then many glasses of liquid, probably the aforementioned beer. Guidance and warning. This means be careful of any sort of distractions that you may face, because it's very easy to get distracted in this time and allow yourself to go off the rails and party a little too hard. You gotta stay focused to get what you want.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's good advice. And now, the last card, card 10, is a possible outcome. This is what might happen as a result of the situation. And we have the 2 of Swords. How would you describe that image?
It is what looks to be the hand of some youth.
Or maybe a very young youth.
A very small child holding in their hand a pair of chopsticks, but at the same time giving you a thumbs up, and the chopsticks are sort of protruding from beneath their fingers. And between the chopsticks is a lovely looking piece of sushi.
I like this.
Thumbs up, sushi. It means that it's all gonna be okay. We're all...
Possibly.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
This is a possible outcome.
This is... I'm divining this card with the caveat that this is a possibility.
Okay.
But it's all gonna be okay. You are going to find yourself at some point having accomplished the thing that you set out to do. You're going to be chilling, eating a nice meal, and reflecting on this crazy time in your life. But this card to me says that this too shall pass.
Wonderful. Well, there you have it. Our first tarot reading.
Yeah, what'd you think? Let me know in the comments how bad I am at divination.
So, we're gonna do the second one next.
Ooh, this is for you.
So, do we want to mix it up? First of all, do we want to do a different spread?
I think we should stick to the Celtic...
The 10 card spread?
Yeah.
Okay. So, we're gonna do the Celtic cross spread again. Mm-hmm. Do we want to switch who is interpreting the cards and who's drawing? While you're thinking about that, I will grab the cards and start shuffling.
Now, if we were to switch, I think that I should do this next one, and then you should do the last one, since this one will be for you, and then the last one will be for me. So maybe I'll do this next one, and you can do the last one.
Okay.
While you're shuffling, do you want to tell us a little bit about what got you originally interested in tarot and divination?
Sure. Actually, it's hard to place my finger on it. I don't remember when I became aware of tarot as a divination tool. I believe it was when I was in college, my freshman year of undergrad. I met somebody who I'm still friends with now, who was a practicing witch, and that was new to me. And she had found herself in community with other people on campus who were also, I think, not necessarily Wicca, but practicing other, like, pagan faiths. You know how, like, pagan is kind of like a la carte, like, you kind of, like, choose what you want.
Yes.
So they were doing, different religious practices, like reading tarot, using pendulums to read, all that fun stuff. And yeah, I befriended this one girl who was kind of in that community, met everybody there, and I think, honestly, and I don't think this is a good thing, I think I was drawn to it at first because there was, like, a lot of uncertainty in my life, and, like, a lot of things that I was, like, thinking about, like almost to the point where, like, what I really needed to do what I really needed to do was stop thinking about them. But these divination tools sometimes give you a way to continue to ruminate, and I was doing a lot of rumination at that point in my life. So it really, like, kind of drew me in. So that's actually what got me, like, hooked on it. I say that like it's like a drug. But I guess interested in it first. But then I think as I've matured and, kind of grown into my own faith, which I know we talked about a little bit on the religion episode, but even since then, I think it's evolved to be this sort of, like, Christian pagan mix where I share a lot of beliefs with Christians, but I also use, like, divination tools to connect with truth, and to connect with God. So, like, yeah, that's a brief history about how I got into tarot. And I just use it more as, like, a reflection tool now rather than a rumination tool.
Yeah, I mean, I think that it is exactly that. It's a tool. It's going to get you so far.
Right.
You can't rely on it solely, but you can use it to help you. That's pretty good.
Thanks. All right.
So this is reading number 2. You can place the cards face down.
Right.
Once again.
Okay. I know which ones I need to do.
And then this will be for those of you who picked number 2, as well as our lovely host, Winter.
Yes. And I'm going ahead and laying the spread right now. Just putting cards. Just kind of intuitively selecting the ones that I feel like. This is always how I do it. I never, like, I don't have a method. I know some people when they're reading tarot, they'll spread all the whole deck out and just hover. Like, they'll, like, hover their hand. And I've heard people who've said, like, the way to draw the card is, like, you feel something, like, in your hand. Like, it can cause, like, a physical sensation.
Yes.
But I think ultimately it's, like, your own intuition, because your brain can create a sense, like, you thinking that you feel a sensation in your hand.
Oh, of course.
Like warmth. Some people say they feel, like, coolness or just, like, a tingling. But it's ultimately is what it is it's your intuition. Or chance. And either of those things I am okay with letting connect me to some knowledge,
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just doing what I want. in terms of picking these cards. There's no, like, rhyme or reason, really. Sometimes if a card is, like, sticking out a bit, I'll, like, select that one, but not always.
Winter has completed the spread.
The spread is ready. So now we're going to go ahead and do a reading.
Yes.
So for those of you who picked number 2 as your number, this is going to be the reading for you.
Mm-hmm. Which is also
and
Winter.
also for me.
Yeah.
All right, so we got number 1.
The heart of the matter.
The heart of the matter. We have we have the 4 of Wands. It is what appears to be 4 French fries in the shape of a hashtag on a pink background. And
so, the hashtag of French fries, aka the 4 of Wands, this tells me that at the moment you may be a bit too reliant on the vices that you have in life.
oh,
Whether that be food or social media usage or
Ooh.
anything else that might have a sort of stranglehold on you.
oh, this is really interesting. I would agree with that sentiment.
Yep.
Yeah. I don't want to
Extrapolate for
yeah.
your own.
Yeah, because I want people to interpret in a way that makes sense for them, but I'll just say that really resonates with me.
Yeah. I mean, you can talk about what it means to you, and then it's not necessarily the same for them.
Yeah, so for me, my vice, I definitely have been using food as a vice, and I've actually been thinking about, like, deleting DoorDash recently, because I think it's, like, generally unhealthy for me to have access to that, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
But then also, I think I've gotten the sense recently that, like, life has tended to have more of a stranglehold on me than I do on life.
Yeah.
And, like, I know that's not exactly a vice, but I think to the extent that, like, even like intake of information and willingness to put yourself in a situation where you are distracted, I think actually, yeah, like intake of information can absolutely be a vice. Like I recently took like my email and like every like communication app off of my phone except for my like calls and my text messages. And I have found myself like still wanting to like go check my email even on my computer or like check WhatsApp or check Discord. Even though I'm no longer getting those like push notifications, it's still like I'm now realizing, having taken them off my phone, it's not just the push notifications that were getting me. It's like my brain is getting used to like taking in so much information all the time that it gets overwhelmed.
Yep.
But it's hard to stop because your brain gets used to it.
Yep.
And then if you take it away, it's like it doesn't feel good.
Yep.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So that's where I am.
Okay.
Yeah.
So this second card, remind me again what these are like factors that are.
Oh yeah, the card one is the heart of the matter. 2 is challenges that you're facing with regards to the issue.
So 8 of Cups, we see a young girl who has stacked a bunch of plastic cups on top of each other.
Are there 8 of them?
There are in fact 8.
Actually, there appears to be 9.
No, there's 8.
1, 2, 3, 4,
You count-
5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
No, that's the reflection of one of the cups on the table.
Oh.
I had to do a little reflecting.
I've been deceived.
And she has stacked these 8 plastic cups and is looking up at the stack in just awe. And this clearly says to me that you have a lot on your plate right now. Just like an overwhelming amount, and you're trying to stack one responsibility on top of the other. And this is causing you to search for stress relief in these vices.
Wow, I came here to record the Moonflower Show and not be attacked.
Yeah, I mean, this so far is like really on the spot. I mean, what am I even saying? It checks out.
Yeah, it does check out.
On
Yeah.
the nose is what I was trying to say.
Well, on the nose has a connotation of like it's too perfect. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like
you're
it's when
right,
a
you're
joke
right.
doesn't land because it's like too on the nose.
well, yeah, this checks out, I guess.
Yeah,
I
it checks
would
out.
say.
Yeah. I hope you're not letting your bias about what you know.
No.
about
This clearly says to me that you are. There's things that are piling up, and it's wobbling. You know, it's like it's a shaky.
It's wobbling.
It's a shaky structure, and it could. You feel as though it could collapse at any moment.
Wow.
Yeah.
Right. Number 3. Unconscious influences. It's the 6 of Swords, and it's a what do you call that? A bushel of bananas?
It's a bunch.
a bunch.
A bunch of bananas. 6 of them, in fact. Yeah, this is just a white background with a bunch of bananas. And I am to interpret this as the unknown influences behind what is causing you to delve into your vices. Mm-hmm. So,
You can always look at the book, don't forget.
yes. Yeah, I might have to consult my handbook here. For this card's a bit esoteric. That one's in French.
Look at the top.
Yeah, I got it. I'm an expert divinationer. That's 6 of Swords. Are you having a rough patch at the moment? Well, it's all part of life's rich tapestry. Not that you want to hear, of course, but once you accept that life has its ups and downs, perhaps you'll find some solace. Whether a physical or emotional one, take yourself on a journey of self-discovery, if you will. And well, if you can do it on holiday sipping margaritas, surely that's even better.
And this is unconscious influence.
Yes. So I think that in reality, you want less responsibility. You don't want all of this on your plate. You do want to be somewhere sipping margaritas right now. Even though you may feel very gung-ho about the work that you're doing. Truly, deep down, you want and need to chill. I don't know what the bananas have to do with it. It's supposed to indicate a tropical setting.
Yeah. I like that.
Yeah.
That resonates with me, although I will say I definitely consciously want to chill.
Yeah.
Card 4 is the past. 8 of Swords. What is that? Is that zucchinis?
The 8 of Swords we have,
I don't even know what that looks like.
are those...
They look like acrylic nails, but really long ones.
I thought they were like weird shellfish. I don't know what those are. I'm gonna have to consult the book again.
Unidentified.
Long brown things.
Yeah. They look plastic. What is that?
I don't know.
They look like grilled eggplants. Like grilled eggplant
They're
slices.
so thin.
I know.
I don't know. Apologies, Moonflowers, for this lapse in my expertise. The 8 of Swords. Where is your power? Do you feel it's been taken away from you lately? Do not accept it. Fight for that power. It's all yours for the taking. Remember, you have the world at your fingertips. You have all the choices in the world. Use them wisely. Warning. Do not strive for excessive power. Even though it's very tempting, you'll live to regret it. So,
I think they are nails. I think they're acrylic nails.
they might be. They're very ugly acrylic nails, if so.
They don't look very nice, no.
It looks like the texture of a clam. It does. I thought they were like long, like oysters or like clams or something.
The new acrylic nails are just going to be gluing oysters to your fingers.
Oh my god, it's totally
Gluing little muscles.
totally like an aquatic like drag theme look. Like you could have
Ooh, yeah.
shellfish on the tips of your fingers. I'm using that.
Love that. You could do that with like tiny little shells. That might actually look kind of cool. But not entire like oyster shells.
It's like the real big kind, the real wide ones.
Yeah, you wouldn't be able to do anything.
No. I mean, it's already difficult when you have the long nails to do things. Imagine just like a pound of clams on your hand.
So, anyway. What does this mean? What's going on?
So this means that this relates back to the Eight of Cups, where you have a lot of responsibilities on your plate right now.
Well, this is the past.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Oh, I see what you're saying. You're saying... Okay. Okay. Sorry to interrupt with your divination.
I'm the expert diviner here. That's not true. Winter is actually the expert diviner.
I'm only an expert insofar as I've done it more. I wouldn't even call myself an expert diviner.
You're relative to me. You are the expert diviner in the room. But this means that sometime in your recent past, you have sort of accepted a large undertaking that you thought might change your life for the better. Whether this be starting a new job or perhaps moving somewhere, you have sometime in the recent past made a big change and are currently wrestling with the consequences of that.
Okay. I'm going to move to card 5, which is hopes and goals. We have the Magician in reverse. So do I not... Is it that my hope is to not go on a vacation?
No. The Magician... Well, last time the Magician symbolized a person coming into your life.
Yeah.
And, sort of presenting an opportunity.
Yeah.
So your hopes and goals is the Magician in reverse, which is interesting. You want somebody in your life that's going to be maybe a bit of a negative influence.
What?
Yeah, like somebody who encourages you to maybe let loose and perhaps party even harder and perhaps shirk some of these responsibilities.
Oh.
You want an excuse.
Oh, okay.
I'm calling you out here.
Oh, okay.
And you want perhaps somebody in your life that will help you achieve that.
Interesting. Card number 6 is the future.
What does the future hold?
It's the High Priestess in reverse.
In reverse!
I promise I shuffled these so good. And I like selected them randomly. It's not like I drew them one after the other.
This is very meaningful because the future actually holds as much as you might want somebody who is going to go off the rails with you. This High Priestess will be a very positive influence on you.
Ooh.
And will steer you in the right direction, perhaps show you a way to deal with your heavy responsibilities without having to rely on your vices, and give you a better sort of better understanding of how to manage your time, your feelings, your spirit.
Wow. And this is the near future?
Yeah.
That's really interesting. Wow. Who am I gonna meet? Wow, that's very exciting. Okay, now moving on to 7. So this one says self-image, but I remember we were looking at a different spread breakdown, and it wasn't self-image.
It was, I thought it was fears.
Yeah, this is fears. It's like some spreads, like spread layouts have it labeled differently, but I think this is just supposed to be like internally, like what's going on. Some people interpret that as, like, how do you see yourself? Yeah. Some people interpret it as, like, fears. We have the King of Pentacles in reverse.
I mean, I could see something for this that kind of relates to both of those things.
Okay.
King of Pentacles in reverse, once again, we have the little spaceman drifting through a void with a few sparkly little stars. In reverse, this means that you fear that for all the hard work that you're doing, it's just not going to pay off in the way that you think you want it to.
Wow.
You think that you're going to be unsatisfied even having completed this massive undertaking.
Wow. I am afraid of that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow. This has been pretty accurate so far. Maybe you have a knack for this, babe. This is your first time reading tarot. Okay, I just flipped over. This is this is card 8, How Others See You. This is the card called Strength. And there's a pug. That's a pug, right? It looks like a pug mix.
It is a little pug.
Looking very sad, looking at a little pastry on a table. Strength.
Yes, this is a pug that is restraining himself. He's doing he's working so hard to hold himself back from eating the pastry that he knows that he should not have. And this is how others see you. Others, as much as you think that you might be really like relying on these vices, others really do see you as a very responsible, very put together person, and like would never guess that you're dealing with something that is shaking your confidence.
Wow. That's really interesting.
Yeah.
That does make me feel better.
Yeah.
And it always shocks me when people say that I seem so calm and like, you know, that I'm so able to like create order out of chaos when internally a lot of the time I'm totally freaking out.
Yeah. But that is the other's image of you.
Interesting stuff. I hope this is also resonating with you Moonflowers who picked this. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I would love to hear about what this all means to you, because this is really resonating with me right now.
I mean, even let us know in the comments, or even like, you know, post in our Discord.
Send us an email. Yeah.
Like, we'd love to hear it. So 9, guidance and warning.
It's judgment. And it's a little black kitty cat sitting in what appears to be a bathtub, and it's in the bathtub, and you can only see the top part of its face, so you just see the eyes and the ears, and it does look very judgmental.
Yes. This immediately makes me think of Rose.
Yeah.
Just staring at you.
I actually love that card.
It's so good. So, judgment. There are going to be people that judge you. There are going to be people that don't believe in you or think that you're doing the wrong thing. The warning here is that these people don't matter. You need to stay in your lane. You just gotta do what you gotta do and just block out the haters.
Wow. Best advice I've ever heard. Block out the haters.
Unironically. Block out the haters.
I'm saying that only a little facetiously, because I think that's something that a lot of people say, but that is actually really difficult to do.
It is.
What I need advice on is how to block out the haters. Yeah.
Well, maybe we could talk about that another time.
Maybe. Yeah, that would be a great episode.
How to block out the haters.
Yes.
101.
Hater blocking 101.
I'm pretty good at that.
You are really good at that. And every time I ask you how to do it, you're like, I don't know, just be cool. And I'm
okay,
like,
well, the thing is, I used to be so concerned about what other people thought of me. And then at some point in my life, I just decided to stop that. And then it's worked.
You decided to stop that.
I decided
Get some help.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Anyway.
Yeah, maybe we'll do another episode about that.
Final card, overall outcome of the situation.
Yeah, what's going to happen? What is the possible outcome?
Mm-hmm.
It's the Pages of Pentacles, and it's in reverse.
In reverse.
Usually when things are in reverse, it's negative.
So, this card pictures people, 5 people in fact, laying down in a field of grass, pictured from above, and their legs are arranged into a star formation. In reverse,
In reverse.
this tells me that by neglecting some of these vices that you are relying on currently, there may be a connection or two that you might lose. People that you may be engaging in these things with, or that's how you're relating to them. People who you're connecting to over sort of unhealthy behaviors. You might have to leave them behind in order to proceed.
Interesting. Thank you so much for reading my tarot, babe.
You're welcome.
That was wonderful.
It was my pleasure.
That was really insightful.
I hope so.
Yeah, I found that a lot of that resonated with me. So now we're gonna move on to
I hope that resonated with you too. Number 2 Moonflowers.
the number 2 club. Oh no! Don't create. Anyway,
You gotta shuffle again, right?
I can shuffle.
Or do you want me to shuffle?
We are going to move on to the third one. I can shuffle.
Okay.
We're going to move on to tarot card reading number 3, but this time I am going to
Interpret.
Would you like me to still draw the cards? It might be a little easier physically since I'm over on this part of the
Winter's got more table space.
Yeah,
over there.
spacious.
Yeah, you can go
area.
ahead
Okay.
and read them or draw them rather.
Okay. Wonderful. So this is going to be for Colin and anybody who picked number 3 for their tarot reading.
I'm a little nervous.
Really? Because every time I do this, it's really accurate and scary?
Yes.
Yeah.
Winter is an expert diviner.
I'm not an expert.
Well, what does that? What does expert mean?
I don't know. Expert means like that you've mastered a skill. I think in order to be an expert, I would actually have to memorize what the traditional meanings of cards are.
Yeah, I guess
because
so.
I think that should play into how you interpret them.
Got-
You can still use your intuition to guide you, but you should really know like what the cards are supposed to mean.
I'm going mostly off of the pictures and the titles.
Yeah, that'll give you some indication
yeah.
most of the time. It's not a bad way to go.
Yeah. So let me ask you this: are you going to try to do it more accurate to the traditional meanings of the cards, or are you going to interpret it from the pictures as well?
I am going to use my intuition. I actually do not know the traditional meaning for most of the cards.
They're in the handbook that I have here.
This is true. But
And I did consult the handbook a few times.
I will consult the handbook if I am drawing a blank, but I'm going to primarily...
Like, say, if there's a card that's just bananas.
Yeah. Yeah, and like no other context.
Or like weird oyster nails.
Yeah. Oh my
I
gosh.
have no idea what those things are.
Yeah, that was a little nuts. Yes, I will be primarily relying on my intuition here.
Okay.
Doing some drawing.
Yeah. I think you've read my tarot a handful of times. I want to say like 3 or 4 times probably.
That sounds about right. Yeah, I don't do it often because I find it to be a little tiring.
Yeah.
But for you, Moonflowers, I'm happy to. Especially because Colin was the one actually doing the interpreting.
Yeah.
Ooh, yeah, this one right here. Give me that. Alright, here we go.
Okay.
The heart of the matter for number 3 and Colin. We have the Hanged Man.
In reverse.
In reverse.
Pictured on the card is a sloth.
So, I actually have not drawn the Hanged Man in a while. So I don't remember what that means, but I think when I see the Hanged Man, I think of like sacrifice. Like to me, it's very biblical. But in reverse, and we have a sloth on this picture here. In reverse, I think of it not as like sacrifice, but as like the opposite of sacrifice, like not being willing to give anything up.
Resistance to change.
Resistance to change, only wanting to do what feels good. And almost kind of being like stuck in your ways a little bit.
So sort of also complacent.
Yeah.
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 I think there's a difference between being resistant to change and being complacent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You could, I think being complacent is being satisfied with where you are, but being resistant to change means that you're not taking action to affect any kind of outcome on your situation, regardless of whether or not you might be interested in things looking a little different.
I see. Yeah, that hits home.
For the second card, we have the challenges that you are facing. We have the Three of Swords.
Oh my god.
It's a baby carrot, a corn cob, and a very big cucumber, I would say.
Wow.
It's an English cucumber, I think there's like different cucumbers.
Yeah.
And I think that's an English cucumber.
So this is the challenges I'm facing. Would you like to interpret this card, man?
I would like to go to the book.
What, this doesn't have any striking imagery to you here?
You want me to try and guess?
No, you can go to the book. I'm just.
Thank you for your permission. I'm so glad.
A joke.
What was I going to do without your permission?
Probably cry.
I was probably going to cry. This is what it says. It says, "Hello, sadness, your old friend.
Oh.
Is your world plagued with heartbreak, despair, or grief? Or perhaps all three? No? Well, brace yourself. It looks like doom is imminent. Try and get on top of it. Have a think if there is something you can do to prevent it. Are you about to create some emotional harm to yourself or someone around you?
Oh my god.
No. Stop yourself before it's too late." That's a little dire.
That's
so dark.
That's a very disturbing card.
And it's so innocent looking. It's just a baby carrot and like a corn and a cucumber.
Okay. I wouldn't quite describe that image as innocent looking.
I guess it does have a little bit of ominousness to it.
They look like penises.
They kind
I'm
of
just
do.
gonna say it. I was trying to skirt around saying it, but they look like penises of varying sizes.
It does look a little phallic.
They look very phallic.
Here's what I'm going to say about this card. I think that, to me, this card means that you are... There is a decision that is in front of you. And just as it represents, there's the different sizes of vegetables here. There's a decision in front of you. Mm-hmm. And you know what you're supposed to do. Mm. But it's very tempting for you to not do what you're supposed to do. It's not a binary either. There's multiple choices.
Right.
So I think the challenge here is kind of twofold. It's A, recognizing that there are multiple choices, and B, making sure that you're doing the right thing.
Right.
Yeah.
Whew. Ugh. Ugh.
Now we have subconscious influences for number 3. Judgment. This is judgment coming from yourself. There is something about you that you don't like and that you're not thinking about because it's painful.
Wow. I feel so attacked.
I felt attacked.
On the Moonflower Show.
I felt attacked before too.
I guess we're even then.
Yeah. That's all I have to say about this. You are secretly judging yourself. Like, the fear that somebody is secretly judging you is confirmed. That's actually happening, but it's you. It's you that's secretly judging you.
Oh my god. Okay. Next card.
We have the past. What has led up to this situation? We have the Knight of Cups. So, okay, let me get a closer look at this. We have a bearded man with thick black glasses and bushy hair, pouring what appears to be a dark liquid. He appears to be making a drink with maybe some whiskey. He is pouring the dark liquid / whiskey over a spoon into a pitcher of some sort.
Yeah.
And next to him, there are some cups with ice. So I would be...
He's preparing some sort of drink.
Yeah, he's preparing some sort of alcoholic drink.
And this was in reverse.
This was in reverse. So here is what I get from this card. You have been spending a lot of time trying to get things right. But it's been totally backfiring.
Oh, God.
You've been spending a lot of time focusing on perfecting little details, but you are so zoomed in on those little details that you are failing to see the big picture and everything else that's going on.
Okay.
Like, you're so focused on making this little drink that you are completely forgetting that you have to pour it into these cups.
Okay.
That's the past.
All right.
Would you like to move on to the next card?
Yes, please.
Hopes and goals.
Actually, what I want to do right now is jump out a window, but I'll save you all the...
No defenestration.
Self-defenestration. Was this also in reverse?
It was in reverse.
Oh my gosh.
So we have the Nine of Wands. We have a very happy grocer. He's smiling at you.
He seems to be a baker. He's in like...
Oh yeah, a baker. A very happy baker. He's smiling at the camera, and he's holding a big bag of baguettes.
A big bag of baguette.
A baguette bag.
It's a bag. Bag o' baguette.
You are hoping for abundance. But you are hoping to not achieve too much at the same time. Because you are afraid of what will happen if you achieve too much. So you want abundance, but not so much that it changes the game.
Oh, I see. I see.
Shall we move on?
Yeah.
The future. What is immediately coming down the pike in the next couple of weeks or
I'm
months?
afraid.
Four of Cups. Didn't you get this one for the first reading?
That was card 9 for the first reading, I believe.
Yeah. And that was, how did you interpret that? I guess it doesn't matter. I think I'm going to try to interpret it my own way. This is some relaxation. So even though you have this sort of like inner turmoil stuff going on, where there seems to be some kind of decision that you need to make, and you're internally judging yourself, and you kind of have this like internal like war almost going on, the immediate future seems peaceful and almost jubilant.
Okay, that's
Yeah.
some of the first sigh of relief in this entire reading.
This could be you ignoring your problems.
Oh, way to spin it around.
Or it could be you starting to recognize what's going on and facing reality for, what it really is. And finding your peace. Having a drink with reality.
Having a drink with reality.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Do a little toast with reality.
Okay. Sure.
Or not necessarily with reality, but with the truth of the situation, however painful it may be. Yeah. Not that you're out of touch with reality. Like I want to clarify. That's not the energy I'm getting from this card.
Gotcha.
It's just that there is something that you need to face.
Okay.
And you want to sit down and have a drink with whatever that is that you need to face, and just be real, be kind of authentic in that space with whatever it is.
I wonder if everyone else who picked number 3 is as petrified as I am right now.
I have every confidence that this is all going to turn around by the time we get through the reading.
Okay.
And hey, you know, if this is resonating with you, this sort of, you know, rather somber, and maybe a little bit, how would you put it? Not disturbing, but alarming, maybe. Alarming reading is resonating with you, then maybe you could take that as a sign that there is something that you need to address.
Right.
That's why you do these readings. It's not so that I'm telling your future and then, you know, it's horrible and then it's going to go horrible. It's to draw your attention to things that you might need to look at. So if things are resonating with you here, that itself is a sign that maybe there's something that you want to think about. It's all good, is what I'm trying to say. 7, your self-image.
Oh my god.
We have the King of Cups in reverse, and let me take a moment to explain to you what's going on here.
In reverse.
Oh, I can't read.
It was upside down.
Yeah, it was upside down. It's the 9 of Cups in reverse, and we have a Pink Panther mascot.
It's like the scale of this image is weird.
Yeah, I can't tell if it's a mascot size and those are miniature liquor bottles, or if this is like a plushie size and if it's a mascot size and they're normal size liquor bottles, or if it's a plushie size and these are like miniature liquor bottles.
Because the Pink Panther is like laying down on a bench, and he's got like all these bottles, but the bottles are very large. I think those might just be full size bottles.
Yeah.
And this is somebody in a Pink Panther mascot suit lying down on a bench.
He's got one leg up on the back of the bench.
He's not looking good.
He's double fisting.
He's not looking good.
No, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There must be 9 bottles here. And they're large. They're like, what do you call those? The 40s?
Yeah. Yep.
40 liters or whatever. It's been a while since I've been in undergrad, which is what this reminds me of.
This is in reverse as well.
You have an image of yourself as somebody who does not have it together. You have an image of yourself as somebody who does not have a lot of self-control. I think right side up, this would say, I'm the kind of person who just lives life and likes to party and doesn't, kind of doesn't care where I end up. And like, it's a positive thing that you see about yourself.
Oh.
Reversed, that you are judging yourself for this.
The
judgment is coming back.
Go back to that damn little cat.
Yeah. It really does look so judgmental. There is something about yourself that you are really dissatisfied with.
Oh my god.
But this is also, it's not just your self-image, but what was the other way of interpreting that? Fear. And so this is how you see yourself, but you're also horrified at the prospect of you being that way.
Okay.
Like, you are experiencing, you are living out your fear of being the thing that you don't want to be. And that is your perception of yourself.
Gotcha.
Moving on
to
number 8,
to know.
How others see you.
Everything's reversed in this reading.
Mine was also reversed. We have the Hermit. People see you as somebody who doesn't really want to socialize.
That breaks my heart.
People see you as somebody who likes to be alone and is maybe even a little standoffish. But that also doesn't make sense to me. I'm actually going to go to the book for this one because that just completely doesn't jive with what I know about you.
Also is in reverse.
Yeah. So it could be that they see you as more like social and outgoing. Let me look into this because I'm getting conflicting vibes here.
Certainly that there could be the fact that people around me think that I don't want to socialize when I actually do.
Yeah.
It takes me a while to open up to people as social as I am.
Yeah.
Just because, like, I won't get too deep and confessional here, but I tend to be the kind of person that doesn't speak a lot unless spoken to. Like, I don't think that people care to know me until they indicate that they do want to know me.
Yeah. Okay, this says the Hermit, but I don't see anything that says the Hermit in Major Arcana.
You mind if I take a look at it?
Let me take one more look and then I'll have you take a glance.
Okay.
Oh, there it is, the Hermit.
And it's reversed.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to read it as the upright version first so I can get a glance at like what we're contrasting it with.
I see.
Yep, you guessed it. This card is all about introspection and wisdom. Think Gandalf or Dumbledore. If you come across someone speaking in tongues, get yourself on Google Translate.
Wow.
You should be on the lookout for wise words that may give you inspiration for the direction of your life. Just like a hermit, think about taking some time in nature. Get down with the flowers, do some mindfulness, tai chi, or whatever gets you zen. Inspiration incoming. Oh, okay. Okay. Reversed. What's the opposite of a hermit? A party animal, that's what. Okay, party animals probably don't know the true meaning of life. However, everyone needs a party once in a while. You can't retreat entirely from society and still be expected to make sensible life decisions. Your own little echo chamber, you need people around you to bounce ideas off and chat through life decisions. So I'm actually going to go back on what I previously said. I'm going to say that people do perceive you as somebody who is sociable and who wants to interact with others and kind of use your social space as a sounding board. So people see you as somebody who wants friends and like it's like wanting to build your community. Yeah.
Great. At least I've got that going for me.
Yeah. See, that I was getting like really I completely misread that.
That's okay.
Which does sometimes happen. Number 9, advice, guidance, and warning.
It's in reverse.
It's the 4 of Swords, and it's 4 sausages, like kielbasas, looks like.
Okay, I just want to point out that this is the so far out of 9 cards, only 2 of them have been upright for me. Which is a lot more.
No, 3 of them. Oh, yep, no, 2.
2 of
No, wait,
oh,
1, 2,
3
3. Yeah.
Still.
Yeah.
Anyway, 4 of Swords.
The 4 of Swords. Well, okay, let me interpret the kielbasa. I'm going to give you my intuition, and then I'm going to go to the book for this one, because I also, like, I can't interpret just kielbasas on a plate.
There is a lot of very literal imagery in this deck.
Yeah. Yeah. The 4 of Swords. I'm trying so hard to get a vibe from this card, I can't. It's just sausage.
Very
I gotta go to the book. I can't do it.
Similar vibes to the bananas.
Yes. The 4 of Swords. Just going through the little book here. Okay, and this was reversed, but upright, the definition is shh. Perhaps that's easier said than done. You're probably a big ball of energy, aren't you? Slow down, take some time, reflect a little. Nobody can keep going day in, day out without a little cheeky staycation or spa day. Look after yourself. Nobody else will. It's down to you to check in and make sure you are in peak condition. Reversed, this means self-care time, baby. This card showing up in the reverse condition means you owe yourself some care, attention, and self-love. It's most likely a long time coming. Not cool. Nobody else is going to make sure your brain and body are fit and healthy. It's up to you and you alone. Whatever issues, problems, stress, or anxiety you have going on, no more procrastination. Address it now.
Oh, God.
Actually, as I was reading this, I was thinking about how self-care actually doesn't always just mean giving yourself a bath and like some nice snacks. Self-care can actually mean like taking care of yourself and doing what it takes to make sure that you have what you need to thrive. And then it really just hit home at the end there, saying like basically addressing your problems is self-care. But I also think that part of this is you need to approach this from an angle of self-love. Like whatever it is that you have going on, whatever it is that you are like severely judging yourself for, this like self-image that you seem to have about yourself, this fact that you seem to have like conflicting wants and desires, the negative view of that you have should not be the driving force for you to take action. The driving force for you to take action and take care of yourself should be self-love, not self-hate.
Okay.
So that's the advice. It's basically saying do something about it and have it come from the right place.
Got it.
The overall outcome. Number 10. It's upright. Oh, okay. Oh, wow, this is a roller coaster. It's the Five of Pentacles, and we have a clown on a unicycle. He's wearing... I don't even know what he's wearing. He's wearing like a vest, bright colors. You know, he's got his little unicycle, he's got a blue hat, and in the background it looks like it's a very bright, colorful card. In the background there's some like 80s style, how would you describe that? Like letters that you...
Yeah, like text that is like three-dimensional.
Yeah, and it's kind of like popping off the page, but you can't see what it fully says.
Uh-huh.
So I do actually want to go to the book for this one as well, but I think I can get a bit of an intuitive read on it. There is hope in your future. There is a possibility that this will turn you into a more brightly shining individual. There is a chance of vibrance and radiancy in your life. And an opportunity still to serve as an example for others, while also like still being a little silly and like still being spontaneous and still being like kind of carefree.
That's good.
Yeah.
That is what I want.
Yeah, so let's see what the Five of Pentacles actually says in the book. This deck is kind of tough to get a read on.
Well,
No pun
when you've got
intended.
kielbasa on a plate. That's
And
supposed to mean self-care.
The carrot, the corn, and the eggplant. Okay, we have the Five of Pentacles is what I'm looking up right now.
There is a table of contents, you know.
Oh, thank you.
You're not using it.
I know. Oh, we're getting to the Pentacle section. Okay. Are you having a tough time right now? Well, don't fall for promises made by somebody that you don't think they can keep. Or perhaps you're guilty of saying you'll do something and in reality you don't have the strength or maybe interest to do it. Don't fall into the trap either way. Be resourceful, look after yourself, accept help, but don't compromise your ethics. You'll regret it further down the line. So what I'm getting from that is like sort of similar to what I was saying, where it is possible to address whatever this problem is, whatever this read means for you, in a way that does not compromise who you are.
Okay.
In a way that does not compromise your values and your integrity.
Wow. Well, whoever picked number 3, I wonder if... Let me know in the comments if that was as much of an emotional roller coaster for you as it was for me.
The definition of nervous laughter. Well,
Tara will do this. Tara will make a call-out post.
it will make a call-out post. It'll subtweet you.
Yeah.
So, aside from the fact that this last reading was a bit of a roller coaster, did you have fun doing this activity?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed interpreting as well.
Yeah, I thought you would.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I thought I did a darn tootin' good job at it.
You did a darn tootin' job.
A darn diggity darn tootin' job.
Doesn't darn tootin' just mean like, it's like, you darn tootin' like you're right. Yeah.
Yeah, affirmative.
You darn tootin'. Anyway, yeah, we hope that you enjoyed it as well, Little Moonflowers.
Yeah, and like we said, if any of this really resonated with you, or if it does, like down the line, let us know. We'd love to hear about it.
Yeah.
We always love to hear from you guys.
Yeah.
Like, one of our friends the other day, just like had watched one of our episodes and just like reached out to us to tell us that they really, enjoyed it, and they found the advice within the episode really helpful. And like both Winter and I were like, oh my god, this makes our day.
It really does.
Yeah.
It really does.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because we make all this with love, and we just hope that it resonates with you and brightens your day, and
Yeah.
that you get something really good out of it.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So don't be a stranger, Moonflowers. We love you very much. And we hope you enjoyed this episode.
We'll talk to you next time.
Have a good one. Good night.
Bye.